You are a yummy breakfast bowl of high protein milk, some wheat bix, and some honey squirt all over you. Today, we're going to learn something, friends. The rest of the crypto industry is sleeping on the meme coin awakening, basically a new discovery of communities and network effects that are being stamped onto blockchain. I am going to spell it out for everyone. Let's read together. Most people in crypto do not get this. So I'll clearly spell it out. Let's take Pika on PulseChain, for example. Let's ask ourselves this question, friends. Firstly, Pika on PulseChain is doing this absolute monstrous run. Check this out. It's actually beautiful to see. It's a legit community takeover. Nothing can ever replace the feeling of terror and hurt we had. We're like, no, the dev rugged us. Wrong coin idea to rug, my friend. Wow, biggest mistake of your life. That's crazy. It's up to 2.6 million market cap. The Pika on Ethereum, friends, to let you know, it hit 40 million with just a logo, no community, no nothing. And I actually saw some comments. People worried about these copyright issues and stuff. Let me tell you the truth. What happened? I was in that Pika community back in there was no community, by the way. Just Telegram people. Everyone was speaking different languages. No one could understand each other. So what ended up happening back then, just to let you know, is that, see, friends, memes, they erupted and it was dog coins. So it wasn't really meme coin industry. It was mostly dog coins. And people did not know what to do with the success. So you had all this money come in March, April, May of 2021. And all this money comes in, and remember, Doge went 500x. Elon Musk shilling Doge. SHIB went 1 million x. Nuts. Huge. And really, everybody was confused, scratching their heads. They go, now that we have all these people, I guess the logical thing to do is, this is what they all thought, which was wrong. They said, let's make a DeFi yield farm. Let's make an NFT marketplace. Let's make a game. So they said, let's make utility. Well, now we've got a community of people. Let's do something. Wrong move. As we get to find out, it ended up going to waste because you just run out of bull market fuel. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people believed that if they were making a use case, that they would be immune from any potential downfalls in a bear market. It didn't do anything. The Pika on Ethereum, same as all the dog coins and the meme coins and everything else, they dropped just as hard as legit coins. They dropped just as hard. You can imagine the confusion on everyone's faces. Like, what? How'd that happen? Well, they weren't even confused. They were depressed and sad, and everyone just sold the lows in 2022 and just quit of this scum industry. And I don't blame them. But that's the truth of what happened, friends. So because they were making a game and they had a website and stuff, they go, okay, we have copyright issues. Now we're going to release a product. We can't use the Pikachu logo at all. We can't even talk about it. Let's rename it. They renamed it to Pika, and they made Pika, they made him more chubby, and they gave him a gun like Blade Runner. And they were meant to make a game. I think they did make some stuff. I forgot what they made, but it didn't go anywhere. No one cared. And they even had staking and stuff for it. And I can actually show you some ancient, now deleted screenshots from that era in the past. Look at this. Pika to Pika. Staking. 12% burned. 85% staking pool. So they had they had made staking pools for inflation because that's what they thought. They go, okay, we have all these tokens and there's a lot of value and excitement. So what they thought to do was they got devs and they were basically they took the tokens, they put it in a contract and oh, now you can get a yield from it. You see, they implemented DeFi and they had thinking, oh, let's make NFTs. And they made this evolution of Pika. Oh, let's make Raichu, where you burn your Pika and then you get another coin. See, Pika to Thunder. You get the Thunder and then you can make a Raichu later on. Also, check it out. They made Pika Swap, like a DEX. Didn't do anything. None of these did anything. I mean, see, you don't blame them. They had no idea what to do. So they just did something, Friends, also, Shibarium was launched as the layer 1 chain of Shiba Inu. And it basically killed the buzz when they just said, you know what, we've got to be more serious now. Doge is still the king of joke. It's always going to be the first joke. Man's best friend. You see, aren't you curious, friends? Like, interesting how, we know this now, right? Once you start to add utility, the joke's done. All right? Friends, this is a common phenomena in the world as well. Imagine a comedian, they stop telling jokes and they start telling you about, like, maybe their troubled past, but they don't make it funny. And maybe they say, we had, there was some very bad things that happened in my family. There was murder. And there was child abuse and all these. Everyone's like, oh, man, I came in to escape reality, not to see what I mean, friends? It's very important to think about this in humans and how we frame stuff and everything gets put into slots. It's how we organize things. We don't want everything to be a cookie cutter. We think we do, but we actually don't. That's why, for example, in cars, they don't put fridges. You don't want to eat in your car. You see, there's many other places where you're like, okay, if they start to introduce too many features and stuff, it just becomes cumbersome. For example, in a cinema, they're not going to put like a supermarket in the lounge room. Oh, wouldn't it be great? Let's sell lemons and watermelon. Everyone's like, no, man, I'm here to watch a movie, even though you've got yummy watermelons here to buy. You see what I mean? So you have to stick to these things. That's why you stick with the meme coin. But what is an actual meme coin, friends? Well, now we ask the question. Why do powerful memes go up in crypto, even though they are not the original unicorn, such as Peppy or Whiff, for example? Obviously, they're not like the super originals like Doge, but, for this cycle, talking about this cycle. So why do they go up in crypto? Why are the powerful ones going up? Now, of course, friends, got a caveat here. Okay, let's play some nice, gentle angel music just to remind everyone. Yes, 99.9%, and that's a real number, are absolutely filthy garbage. They are just grifts, scams, brainwashed garbage, and they're just here to dump. They are mostly the pump.fun coins and everyone else trying to copy paste it. They're trying to, make all these coins. Look, the magic is not in the logo. The magic is not in the name or the ticker. That's not where the magic is. The magic is in the community. Now, if you have a good selection of logo, color, flavor, flair, and energy, if you have enough of them to ignite things, maybe the community gets enough of a bounce. They're jumping on a trampoline. Maybe they can bounce over the fence. And they go, like, woohoo, let's get started. Yeah, maybe. Also, you got to be doing it during a bull market. So it's a very small window of time. You can't do this in a bear market. Nothing works. And then we even learned, even your staking and DeFi protocol and all these other things, governance tokens, they don't work in a bull market either. All right, so, but what's actually going on? That's what we're here to investigate. Like, what actually happens? Like, why do these things get value? Why is Pika mooning? Okay, now obviously you have. It's such a powerful meme. Celebrating the friendship between Pikachu and Pikatoro. Okay, the pineapple guy. Pikachu loves pineapples. Everyone's here to celebrate friendship. So, but it goes deeper than that, right? And that's very, very deep. That's universally deep. We're going to read this together, right? That's because, so why does it go up? The market participants have seen Peppy, Whiff, and other meme coins rise up tremendously value on other chains. So what's happened is it was an open field. The market could have picked any of the narratives to run with. Any. It could have picked DeFi 1.0, DeFi 2, gaming, metaverse, NFTs, alt layer ones. It could have picked 2017 XRP payment solution. It could have picked decentralization, which is Litecoin stuff and these other decentralized things. It could have picked alternative layer one chains as a narrative again. But there are so many sectors that could have been selected by the market, but the majority of the demand went to memes. All right. So, but here's the interesting part, right? So Peppy goes up and DogWifButt goes up. DogWifButt does like 200,000x. Peppy's up like 1,000,000x. Ridiculous amounts, okay? But what ends up happening is, even though those coins go up, people can see from afar people buying this stuff. And what it's done is it has unlocked product market fit in the other chains. And we're going to go through a real world example of this happening. This happens all the time. So basically, friends, this is network effects, okay? If you were the only person on Earth right now, just like the Will Smith movie, okay, the zombie movie, friends, if you were the only person on Earth, would you really value a mobile phone? No, you wouldn't. There's no one to talk to. Well, you know, you have all the mobile phones in the world now. Doesn't mean anything. It's useless, see? But mobile phones are only valuable in the network, right? When everyone exists on Earth and they use them. Because everyone's using them and everyone likes them and everyone needs them. You want one. You need one. You got to be in the club. That's the network effect, right? Imagine you tried to make another telecommunication device. No one's going to use it because everyone's got the phone. So now you value it, all right? Now that's even a utility thing. We can actually do this with other goods and stuff. So I'll go through other examples, okay? So this is exactly what's happening with meme coins. So people from far, so here's the thing. Like, let's stop it. Let's actually play some nice, gentle Habibi music just to smooth it over, friends. Look, on the surface, if you ask one person, excuse me, sir or madam, why are you buying your coin? And they'll say, I don't know, green candles, looks cool. That's what they say. Okay, so you can't get this information from one person. What you have to do is look at the whole picture and go, okay, on average, what are humans actually doing here? How are we behaving? What's the marketplace saying? We're here to observe and watch people. Okay, friends, we're literally the zookeepers. We're watching the zoo, right? Just like, you know, we put monkeys in the zoo just to watch how they behave, right? And Anunnaki, the aliens, are watching us too. We're the little zoo animals. Okay, sweet. It works like that. So what do we see from the marketplace? Well, overall, what they're doing is they're seeing things move up in one place. So they're just basically relatively pricing it. All right? They're just relatively pricing it. And so the good memes on the chains, they're getting inspired by this, and they have their own flavor and flair, and the sticky ones win, and then the poopy ones go down, all right? Now, I'm going to mention here as well, this is a very natural thing that humans already do in the world. It's just so we're going to use the Lambo example here, friends, all right? Now, this is with anything, right? Check this out. For example, if you gave a Lamborghini to a disconnected African tribe in the desert, they would probably not know what it is, or they're like, nah, it's worth nothing out here. You know what I mean? We don't even have any roads, man. And they'll probably literally want to trade you for like one coconut. You see? They didn't care. And what if they just had access to no internet, no stuff? They have no idea what these things are valued at, right? They have no idea about, like, see, friends, here's the thing, right? You know in Uniswap, how we have formulas that link liquidity pools? Well, yeah, in the real world, we don't have a Uniswap, do we, for everything. However, mentally, the branding of things, it links in our mind, all of us. So you don't know specifically that something might be like valued heaps to you, but you know, you have an idea that other people out there are going to like it. You know, that's literally, you know, that's Uniswap. That's the power of the formula. What's the other people liking, friends? It means you have a ratio in your head. Roughly, other people will value this somewhere. Okay, you already do this naturally. It's just that Uniswap has a concrete formula to actually put the ratio out here. But without the Uniswap formula, people still do this naturally. Okay, so Lamborghini, imagine you take it to that African tribe, okay? Now, what about if you show a Lamborghini to people in Hong Kong? Let's say you pick a random citizen in Hong Kong. Maybe they're like an expat, right? Maybe just an Indian dude in Hong Kong. Okay, he can't afford it. Maybe just like he's from India. He'll never be able to afford a Ferrari. He's just working there. Maybe he's like, you know, working his job just to send money back home for his family. But you know for a fact, they will value that Ferrari. Why do they value that? You know what I mean? And I'll use an example here. The Ferrari is not built in their own country. It's not built in Hong Kong. It's not built anywhere. Like, how do you even know what's valuable? Right? The branding in their mind, something tells them intuitively, natively, oh, this car looks like it's worth a lot. It looks like it's worth a lot. You see? They look at the picture of the car, they see shine, they see stuff. They go, interesting, you know, I don't know that car, but I know other cars. Right? So they're working out like a ratio in their head. Looks like it's really expensive. They're looking at stuff. And if you said to them, hey, you win one, they'll probably be very excited, right? So it brings us to where we are today. And the ultimate conclusion, to bring it here for you, is 99% of the product in crypto is just bull market speculation vehicles. BMSV. Okay, this is pretty much it. Let's read this together. Let's so you know, friends. 99%. What is the product? The product is bull market speculation vehicles. Now, a lot of people will just use the word speculation, but we're here to dress it up. I'll be more specific. So, yeah, it is speculation, but it's bull market speculation because we know in crypto everything drops anyway. Everything drops in a bear market until they figure out a way to get more of the world in to get them to use stuff like we have in the real world. You know, for example, friends, like cigarette companies, bear market proof, recession proof in America. In the rest of the world. You also have like food supermarket. So you have, cigarette companies, supermarkets, alcohol. I think so. There are things that are really, really sticky that people would like, they don't drop their spending for. They need them. And the companies that produce them, it's pretty sweet. But because of that, you don't get extreme euphoria. Okay, because it's very stable. Because there's none of these like switches from like we hate it to we love it. It's just no, we need it. So these like we don't have these in crypto yet. Pretty much maybe Binance is because we know in a bear market people still trade. However, we know the volume still goes down in the bear market as well. You see what I mean? However, although we can onboard enough people in the world into crypto, and then people start making bridges to the real world, and we can basically solve for this, in 4, 8, 12 years. Hopefully it gets sooner rather than later, okay? So we've got to repeat that, right? So 99%, what's the product? What is actually the product? It's a bull market speculation vehicle. And I use the word vehicle, so you understand. In crypto, what's the vehicle? You know what I mean? Yeah, you could look at the code and all this other stuff. No, it seems like the vehicle is the community. The vehicle is the community's fingers to type messages, their mouth to eat cucumbers and eat bananas and also speak about the coin that they love. That's the vehicle. It's the community. And specifically what you're concerned about is the energy within the community that might help you see whether or not there's a high chance they propagate that message throughout the bull market. Now, I've got to be specific, friends. I always keep saying the bull market. Yes, because just so we remind that this is a bull market thing. This is literally just humans and bull market stuff. When the bear market comes, everyone's like, oh, I don't feel like touching anything. I'm out. You saw what they did to every altcoin, man. It doesn't matter which DeFi thing is, governance token. Friends, they were selling coins with a backed treasury. They were selling them like 70% below what the treasury has. So there's a treasury, let's say it had like $5 million. People were selling coins down to like 2 million market cap. And the treasury has like, 5 million in there. Explain that for me. Just because people like get out, hate this industry, they'll sell whatever. Just people are cucks. Very unfortunate. There's a lot of cucks out there. And there's the very, very thin liquidity that people just do that. See, why are people selling? You're selling below fair value. Oh, I don't know, because Bitcoin's down and Ethereum's down. And I'm just seeing all these bad news. Yeah, but why are you selling that thing? There's no explanation. It's just that it's infected them. That's why at the tops of the euphoria, you don't worry about yourself. You worry about the cucks who are next to us. People who don't know where their wife's boyfriend has taken her for the weekend or month or even a year, right? These people are subscribing to OnlyFans just to get some Indian dude to chat to them in an Indian cafe, pretty much, So these are the people you got to be worried about. But they're not here yet. They're starting to enter. Okay, you can tell by some Solana coins, but not here yet. Not even close to being filled yet. So that's the most important aspect to look at. So we're here for the bull market speculation vehicle. And it changes. What the market wants each time it changes, right? Now, this is, friends, I know we all joke about this, but actually this is a benefit of free markets because when we're able to speculate on all this stuff, we speculate in 100 things, the best idea sticks. And then that becomes like ingrained into everyone, and then we can use it to level everything up. For example, look at the power of meme coins now. You can't just make a website. You got to have a community. You got to have Telegram stickers. You got to have the actual proper memes. You got to make people laugh. You need energy. You got to do dress ups. You got to have a Pikachu hat. You got to do all these, right? I'm just throwing this stuff out here. You got to do this. You got to put your face out there. You see how the bar's being raised over time. You can't just go and throw a website now. There's thousands and thousands of coins out there like that. So there is a benefit to these. We're getting to see like, hey, what actually makes a community? Okay, how tight-knit are they? Interesting, okay? So I've mentioned here, however, the boomers, copers, and mid-curvers are spending all their time trying to convince you that the chosen speculation vehicles are bad. So this is the most important part. By the way, friends, boomers, we all love boomers. Boomers not an age, it's a mindset, all right? It's a mindset. So they're trying to basically tell everybody that this current cycle's speculation vehicle sucks. Because they're boomers. Of course they're going to think like that. Whatever new thing comes in, they're going to say it sucks. But that's what it is, right? It's just like, friends, people who are into the disco music, they were like, oh, rock and roll is satanic. And then the rock and roll people were like, yeah, your long hair kind of looks like wimpy and you're all like weirdos, painting your fingernails black. And then comes in like rappers, and gangster stuff. You know what I mean? Like it keeps moving on. And now the rappers are like, half of them like weirdos, doing weird stuff now, and then moving on to something else. You see what I mean? Every generation, it's like, oh, back in my day, Tupac and Biggie. You know what I mean? Now there's like mumble rap. It just keeps evolving. This culture stuff keeps evolving. And everyone just thinks, we've solved it. But the beautiful thing about crypto, man, is look, if you have an open mind and you can just see that people are getting energized by a new vehicle, which represents them, a new vessel, all right, you can make a lot of money from it. You can actually change your life. Okay. Yeah, if it's just like art and culture and stuff, before crypto, you can't bet on that. You can't literally financially bet that people are going to put balls of money into the pool in that. It's just like, oh, you're cool, my music's cool, and you're like, no one wins in that scenario. Everyone loses. So actually what's happening is they are simply dinosaurs who are not adapting to the marketplace. Okay. And this is a Peppy just pondering all these things as he dreams this crescent moon right above him. Okay, in the tree. So, reminds me of that Final Fantasy VII scene. Let me know if you've seen it, friends. Cloud and Tifa. This scene where they're looking up at the stars. Very romantic. Now, look. Remember, friends. This is the most important part. So, even if you don't believe what I say, it doesn't really matter. Because, I'll tell you right now. This is for a fact, right? Bitcoin investing is seen as new age Ponzi tech when you compare it to stock market investors. You know it's true. It's true. Every single person out there go, I know stock, you own a company. What's a Bitcoin? What? That looks like a Ponzi. It's a Ponzi. It's backed by nothing. I hear it all the time, okay? That means we've still got money to make in this market, okay? So actually what we've done, friends, is so even though like the people who are boomers in this DeFi, whatever it is they're holding in this cycle, you are also considered a Ponzi investor, a Ponzi gambler by someone else too. Okay, and stock market people, they are also considered Ponzi investors by real estate people because you can't live in a share. And it's true, you can't. See what I mean? It's just figments of your imagination, you know what I mean? I'm like, I hope everybody leaves a bid there for this stock company. You don't have the rights to the claim of the profits, really. See, it's just down the risk curve. You just go further down the risk curve. That's what we've been doing. So mainstream retailers, friends, what we've discovered is they've discovered another part of the risk curve from all this speculation, from like Peppy and Whiff and Mog and all these other things pumping, okay? But remember, I'm here to just show you, we just saw Pika. You're like, you're not Peppy, you're not Whiff, you're all these. But why'd you go up anyway? People just say, because people just here to gamble. Yeah, but that community could have bought anything else on PulseChain. They could have bought DeFi 1.0 tokens. They could have bought the sacrifice projects. Why didn't they? Why didn't they, friends? There's a reason. Okay? They saw, right, the high value given to the meme coins and other chains. So they go, you know what? There's something within our spirit, all of us as a community, that will lock on to an idea like this. Now, is it just copying the leader? Could be. But that's everything in crypto. That's everything in markets. Everyone's just copying the leader. That's what it is. Okay, now, see, a lot of people, friends, they'll make the next mistake. They'll identify this, but they just won't act. Okay, because if you don't act, you get nothing. I still have to take the risk. The risk is, okay, that community, what if the energy just dies tomorrow? What if they just quit tomorrow? Well, then they quit. Then you lose. That's it. But if you get it right, the energy keeps snowballing and it carries you the whole bull market. You got a very loud megaphone. See? That's also why, friends, people in PulseChain community are disregarded by the rest of the crypto industry. They're like, you guys, Richard Hart and Ponzi and scam. And I'm like, hey, bro, do you know what 170,000 ETH can do to a price? That's a lot of money. That's $1.2 billion when Ethereum's 7,000, by the way. You know how loud I am now? How much louder do you think I'm going to be if you make my Richard Hart allocation portfolio go up 30x? How much louder do you think I'm going to be then? You think I'm going to be less loud or more loud? You see, friends, once you start to realize this and you realize, okay, when the price goes up, the energy. But of course, people will say, okay, what if he never rotates the ETH in? Okay, then we lose. We move on. Okay, life goes on. You see? But you're here to make money. So these people are saying, oh, what if he doesn't do this? What if he doesn't do that? So you're concerned about being right or wrong. You're concerned about cash flow and fundamentals, all this stuff. Oh, that he's gonna win the case or lose the case. They're concerned about being right or wrong. We're here to win. We're here to win, which is making money. Okay, which means it's synonymous, friends, with you get in before other people are going to get in. So I believe more in the desperation of people who haven't made it, who need a bridge into PulseChain, than I do in Richard Hart. All right. I think they are more emotionally charged, and I know they're charged. I know they are ready to jump in if you just entice them. Okay. So back to this as well, friends. For these other mainstream stuff, there is simply not enough retail money to push up these dogshit DeFi VC projects. Their next step is to get much higher Ethereum prices, an ETF, and then their own ETF. Because like you've maxed out a lot of the value. It's not like maxed out forever. Of course, it's going to go up, but you know, you get to see it, right? If you want the huge gains, you must tap into the new crypto participants joining the game. You have to tap into them, okay? So remember, in PulseChain, yeah, friends, in PulseChain we laugh because, you know, there's maxis and like, oh, yeah, scams, they're all scams. Yeah, bro, you're right for 99.9%. But for the 0.1% of the coins, they're going to embarrass you. So just letting you know, whether you like it or not, they will. Just like they have on Ethereum, just like they have on Solana. Okay? But ultimately, at the end of the day, friends, even the PulseChain maxis, they are so further out the risk curve. So if it works, you get high reward. They're so further out the risk curve that even like these other chain maxis where it's like more blue chip, more stable, they too, I'm telling you, man, they will have to watch these desperate people just bridge in to try to get the money. Try to get part of the FOMO. They don't know what they're doing. I know they don't know what they're doing. They're moving around. They don't even, see, friends, it's funny. These people like really believed in memes because they were buying them at the beginning of 2023, right? And even Flowkey guys were buying their coin in 2022, right? What an amazing coin that is. But like they believe in it so much, they don't actually know why it made it special. So people who hold, they know what makes them special. But people who are trading back and forth, they have no idea because they're just thinking, oh, hot now, hot, cold. No. What makes the community strong is when you get in, you say, hey, a community being strong, it doesn't mean you won't have a 70 or 80% correction. It means that the power within everyone's hearts is so fierce and ferocious, it will like be able to defend itself from those red candles and push on through and survive as the bull market continues. That is what a strong community, a strong meme coin is. So it's funny, these people believed earlier than us. They might have been buying them like, 6 months, 12 months before us. But now we understand them more because we're tapped in. We're really, really tapped into them. All right. And like I said, there's not enough money to go around for these VC projects. There just simply isn't. You're too high. Put them down 95% lower. Okay, you have buyers. Not up here. So you've learned a lot today, friends. You get to see we are not directly watching these coins. Remember the African tribe. Okay, they don't know what a Lamborghini is. Why do you know what it is? Maybe you've never driven one. Maybe you've never even seen one. Or barely seen one. But you know it's, oh, okay, I think it's worth something out there, you see? So, if I was to sell you for a Lamborghini for $20,000, you'd probably be like, oh, sweet, I'll buy that. Right? Because you know the value of it based off everybody else. If it was literally me and you on Earth, that's it, just two people left on Earth, would you really want to buy that Lamborghini? No. And if you did, you wouldn't pay like $20,000, would you? You'd want like cigarettes and food and shotgun shells. All right? So you just get to see how we're figuring it out. Like, why are these things? Why have they chosen this? We've actually been able to, you don't need to know why they've chosen it, but you get to see the how. How are they actually making gains and how is these things going up when everything else is getting disregarded? But now it all makes sense. The pieces of the puzzle all come together. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, and all. Catch you in the next one.